Today on Life Notes, I'm asking, what is your compelling, encompassing reason to pursue a certain direction? Hey, join us and maybe I'll give you an answer. Well, welcome to Life Notes for January 20. Let me try that again. It's March already. 20 March 2023. So think about this. What is your compelling, encompassing reason to pursue a certain direction? Okay, we're going to touch on that a little bit today. And to kick it off, I want to relate a story. It's a true story. Happened to a friend of mine. I think it will give you some insight into where I'm going with this. My friend married a young lady, and she had a child. So she was divorced from her first husband, and let's see, he was probably later 20s, and she was about the same age. So they were married, and things were going along happily for a couple of years. And we worked together in the same state at that time. And we were at lunch one day, and he said, "You know, my wife is going back to college." I said, "She is?" He said, "Yeah, she wanted to finish her degree." And he said, that sounded good to me. The challenge was she wanted to go back full time. So therefore he would be paying all the bills. And he said, "Well, you know, I want her to fulfill her dreams and stuff." And so I told her, "Go ahead, and you know, we'll make it work." So her daughter was about 2, I believe, when they got married, and he was raising her daughter as his own child. Super guy, nice, pretty quiet, methodical. I mean, he just worked. He worked a lot. Took really good care of the family. He was able to get enough money coming in to pay for her college and stuff as she attended. And then after just a few weeks or a couple, 3 months, she began wanting to go out at night. And he said, well, you know, you've been at college all day, and I've been at work, and you know, our daughter hasn't seen you, and I hadn't seen you. And she was, well, I was meeting up with some friends, and we're gonna do some studying on some things. And so at first he's like, okay. So after a couple weeks of this, she was going out almost all the time at night. And when the reality came, her reason for going back to college was because she liked the attention that all the young college guys was giving her, and treating her as she phrased it, a young college chick. And she enjoyed that. And she wasn't really sure if she still wanted to be married, and she wasn't really sure if she wanted to be a mother. So it's not funny, but it's funny. Anyway, to cut the story shorter, eventually she left her daughter and her husband, my friend, and he raised her for the last 30 years as his own daughter, and he's taken care of her, and saw her through school and everything. Don't know where the wife is, or could be, but her reason for going back to college was not to get a degree. It was to get the attention of these young guys. Okay, what's that got to do with you? I know you're saying that. So it's essential that you know why you want to do what you want to do. Hopefully, nothing that would be that bad. However, you have to be truthful with yourself and honest with those around you and let them know what you're wanting to do, why you're wanting to do it, because they're affected by your choices. Good, bad, or ugly, anyone associated with you is affected by every choice you make. It's life. We're social creatures, and that's the way it works. There's no magic going to happen to straighten out messes. Try to avoid the messes. And if you're in a mess, hopefully you have someone there to work with you to get through the mess so that it won't be so messy. Anyway, so by the way, while I'm thinking about it, check out my plan journal on smileamazon.com. It will make a huge difference in what you achieve daily. And get you a copy, hardback or paperback. And you can, let me see, I think they have it listed as My Plan Journal by Joseph W. Booth, B-O-O-T-H-E. And it will pop up on the page, and you can order you a copy or several copies, because it's a planner journal, so you will be using it for hopefully years. I'm into my third one since I printed it. I stay pretty busy writing in that thing, and it's helped me to achieve a lot. Also, check out my website, www.patreon.com/a-step-above, and become a gold member, and you get 5 decades of everything that I know. Each week I put out information on various topics, some that you guys send me. I do series by the month, so if you've got anything that's really on your mind, be sure and send me a note through the Patreon site, or you can go to the Rev, THEREV, at a-step-above.life, L-I-F-E. Send me a note on what you would like to see me cover. One of my readers has suggested that I do an article on a series on retirement and 401ks and other type things, stocks. So I'm going to do that in April of this year. So anyway, investigate the best ways to achieve the goals or dreams that you have. Read books from professionals that are expert in that category. Define the goal. Why? Why are you doing this? Make sure that they are clean and measurable, and they're achievable within the time frame that you set. If you're making $50,000 a year, no, you're not going to make $1 million next month. So that's what I'm talking about. So you can make $1 million within 14 months if you're making $50,000 a year, but not next month. Develop an action plan. This takes some thought, and I would get input from people you trust and that share not maybe your vision, but the vision of being more productive and achieving more in life. Also, focus on attainable milestones that serve as building blocks. This is critical. If you don't have, I put milestones, but I call them a lot of times stepping stones. If you don't have some stepping stones to judge how you're progressing, number one, you won't know if you're progressing, and you can fool yourself into thinking you're doing more than you are. If you don't have a daily, what I call end of day agenda or checklist, EOD. Use your EOD to find out, what'd you do today? Did you play games all day? Maybe you have another job and you have a side job, and the side job is what you're trying to build up. Did you go to your regular job and come home and crash on the couch and sit in front of the TV for the next 4 hours as you ate supper in your lounge chair or recliner, and then you went to bed? What did you do for your business, for the thing that you want to achieve? If you're in college, man, are you setting aside study time, or are you playing games? Sometimes games are good. I like games because they will relax your mind, but you have to put more time into the effort of your degree that you're seeking, or the job, or not job, wrong word, the business that you're trying to create on the side, than you do in the games. The games are a stress reliever. I use that all the time. I'm writing these letters, these newsletters I do each week. They vary in how long they take, but 8 to 10 hours is pretty standard for one short 2-page letter. And I will take, if I stop, my thoughts stop, I just, okay, I'll play a game of solitaire or something to get my mind relaxed off of what I'm doing, and then I go back to what I'm doing and my thoughts flow again. So games are okay. Just don't get more involved in relieving stress than you do in doing what you're trying to achieve. So that's it. That's it for this time. Take action. Take action and focus on what you want to do, and see you next week.